This heroic narrative is kind of like a mirroring the criminal narrative. Both of them are making other people think that this basic help that we provide to people who just need something to drink or something to eat or a dry set of dry clothes is something abnormal, while it is absolutely normal, and it is this basic, very, very basic thing to do, and should be done without any big consideration, because it is in line with values that are supposed to be the European values. My name is Marianna Wartecka. I'm from Poland. I work for Ocalenie Foundation. This is the biggest organization in Poland that supports migrants and refugees. And among other things, we have been also present at the Polish-Belarusian border since the summer of 2021, when the humanitarian crisis started there, with people on the move crossing the border between Poland and Belarus irregularly, and facing pushbacks from Polish border guards, pushbacks to Belarus, which was putting and still is putting them in a very dangerous situation. So we operate there. We provide them with basic humanitarian assistance, and apart from that, we are doing a very complex number of things regarding to supporting integration, social inclusion of refugees and migrants living in Poland. So there are people crossing the border quite regularly. It's hard to say what the exact numbers are, because we don't have the data we need. We only have the data from the Belarusian border guards and from Polish border guards, and both sides are not impartial in this situation. And we, as a humanitarian organization and other organizations, we only have information about people who need our help. So we don't know how many people are actually crossing the border. We only know how many people asked for our help. But from what we observe, the numbers have been pretty much stable during the biggest fluctuation is between summer and winter months. Of course, the number dropped during the winter month, because it's more dangerous there. But generally, it's been pretty much the same. There has been a movie made about the situation at the Polish-Belarusian border. It's actually screening right now. It's called Green Border. It was directed by Agnieszka Holland, and it also won an award at the Venice Film Festival. It has been screened in Poland for, I think, 2 weeks now, and already 500,000 people watched it. So, and also the fact that this movie was created kind of brought back some attention to the situation at the border, which is a very good thing. There is more media attention, there is more discussion, and there is definitely more public debate about this on this topic. And yes, people are still interested in it, and people are, kind of surprised that this is still going on, because it was there was silence about it for a while. So a lot of people thought that maybe it ended. It hasn't ended. It's still happening. So they are now surprised, and but definitely the attention is there again, and there is a lot of people for whom it is an important subject, and the number of viewers of that movie shows that. Before I started providing humanitarian assistance at the Belarusian border, I had boring desk job, and I still have boring desk job, because the things that I do at the border are just my form of volunteering, of activism. My main job is still a boring desk job. So yeah, and I've met many people like me, just ordinary people, doing those things that are not very hard to do, and also they are not at least in a Polish context, you don't risk that much. It's not very dangerous to do that. After the last 4 years of crisis after crisis and emergency situation after emergency situation, I really don't want to make any predictions, because if I wouldn't be able to predict what happened during the past 4 years, starting from COVID and lockdowns that affected migrant and refugee communities very hard, and then with the humanitarian crisis at the Belarusian border, and then the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Those were all events that had like dramatic effects on our work, like the direct effects on our work. I feel very privileged that I am able to work and get paid for doing things that are at least in a little bit countering all the bad stuff that are happening. So I guess that's what keeps me motivated.